Okay, I believe we are good. Well, I got two deaths, which are both secret, I guess. So, yeah. Do. Mm. So, come back to it when episode 5 is released, but whoops. That's not it. But Tiny Bunny is done for now. We've finished it last night. I think we're getting relatively close to the end of Concluse. I don't know how far we still have, but I think we're getting in the general ballpark of finishing that. I wonder if my other monitor is still missing or still in processing. It's still in processing. Are you guys going to finish processing this at some point in the future? Oh my goodness. Why? I think I'm going to have to call and ask why it's still processing and not just on its way. I do not understand. But okay. It's fine. It's been 3 months since Halloween, and we've only finished with Tiny Bunny. But anyway, we've only finished 3 games from Halloween. It's not going nearly as quickly as I had expected. But to be fair, I didn't realize Tiny Bunny was going to take as long as it did. How many streams of that did we end up doing? One last night, and then 2. You want to move this one over there too, also. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And sometimes they're longer too, but let's just approximate, because one of them was an hour and a half. So let's just approximate it 2 hours each. One was 2 hours and 45 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, about 13 and a half or 14 hours I spent on that. Yeah, that was much. That was like more than twice as long as I thought it was going to take. So that's not bad considering that. No, more than 3 times as long. I thought it was a short little game. I didn't realize it was a big visual novel with a bunch of episodes. I'm not regretting that I played it at all, but I'm just saying it was longer than I expected. We have some that are decently short, though. Like I said, Concluse, we're not all that far from finishing Concluse, I don't think. Maybe 2 more streams? Maybe? If that? Not even sure that that's gonna be true either. So 1, 2, that's 4, 5. So about 7 hours total for that. That's not bad so far. Eh, 6 hours. So I was thinking an hour and a half on the Halloween stream, but then there was 1 week when I was not feeling well and I ended up skipping the Stasis stream as well. But I ended early, the Concluse stream, like half an hour early. So those two together would be about 3 hours. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so about 7 hours. Well, about 7 hours in total, yeah. So that's not bad. Anyway, but we have things like at dead of night. I mean, if I die a lot, it'll take longer, but I don't think that's a super long game. Oxenfree 2 is probably not super long either. Distraint 2 is going to be decently short. I think Stray is probably relatively short. I don't know. Anyway. It's a little difficult to judge on some of these. To know really how long you still have to go. But in my guessing, it's not too bad. Another minute or two, and then we'll get into the game. Amnesia the Bunker's probably not all that long. It's probably... I think it's probably shorter than Amnesia Rebirth was. Probably shorter than Amnesia The Dark Descent also. I'm thinking it's... Hey, Phil Fox, welcome. I'm thinking Amnesia the Bunker is a little bit longer than Amnesia A Machine for Pigs, but not a lot longer. I'm thinking. I mean, it does depend on some things, right? How many times I die, how well I can or cannot find my way around in mostly darkness. But I'm just looking at stuff from Halloween and how far we still have to go. So I finished. Oh, that's actually. Give me a second here. I didn't even think about that. So last night we finished for now. There's still another episode coming, but we finished for now. Tiny Bunny. Tiny Bunny got kind of graphic. It wasn't like sexual or anything. It was just let me see one sec here. One second. Hey Monmouth, welcome. Hey Fofox in Discord, why don't you send me an email at which I can send you a link. Were you there last night, Monmouth? I can't remember. Yeah, you were. You were when we did Tiny Bunny. Send me an email in Discord, in private DM on Discord, Fofox, of where you'd be comfortable. I'll send you a link to the Tiny Bunny video. I privatized it after last night because it's kind of graphic. So I think before making it public again, I'm gonna just break up that series into small videos, and I'll do some editing so that I can blur stuff out. It got gory in some places. So so I'll send you a link to it so you can watch it. It's private, so only I and people I invite can see it now, but it's still available if I invite you. So I'll send you an invitation. I just don't want it out publicly because I don't want to. Yeah, like gore. Yeah, it's yeah. Let's just say saying it's gory is kind of a euphemism. So yeah. Surprisingly, it's suddenly because there wasn't anything implying it was going to be that dark, and suddenly it was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was I was actually not expecting, just suddenly, and I'm like live streaming it, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna be privatizing this and editing it later, I guess. So yeah. That's one thing, like, I don't personally, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like a fan of it or whatever, but I don't personally like get really disturbed by gory stuff. But with streaming online, some platforms really don't like that stuff. So I got to be careful on things like that, right? So yeah, so like I said, just in DM on Discord, let me know where where you would like that, and then I'll send you an invite link. Ha! If only. If only it was only that. Stasis, so far at least, has not gotten as graphic as that. So, yeah, it's. That's one risk you run with horror, right? Horror does tend to be gruesome. So that is one problem with horror. I mean, it's not a problem like meaning I'm gonna stop doing it. I still am gonna stream horror, but it is one disadvantage of doing horror is, you know, places that are more sensitive to content like that are less receptive to streamed videos of that. All right, so we got this weird pulsing brain here that I really can't do anything with right now. Let me think. because I think Cat Lady, you saw it a little bit, but it was more like almost like freeze frame. Like it wasn't exactly, but it was more similar to like freeze frame, like weapon up, weapon down, person chopped, kind of a thing. I don't know. No, it might be on par. It might be on par with Cat Lady or with what was it called? The first sequel to that. I still need to do the third one, by the way, the third game. Anyway, yeah, it's probably on par. I mean, comparing visual style and gameplay style and stuff, they're probably about on par. Yeah, it was pretty. It was. I was like, yikes. I mean, I was enjoying it, but in the back of my mind, I was like, well, this can't go really on live probably without editing. Um. Did we use the back console before? I did the thing. I went over here to the brain, but nothing happens. I can't interact with anything. There are no control points. So nothing there yet, at least. Did I do this already? Oh yeah, this has the symbols. That's right. Did I do something with this? I'm trying to remember if I ever like this. I don't know. I don't remember if I actually took like an image, like a screenshot or something of this previously to. I didn't go low enough still, huh? Right there. There we go. To have for reference. Let me bring this over here. It's out of the way of the game, but I still okay. We'll need the symbols at some point for something. I just don't know what. Was there a computer that Charlie was trying to use? No, because she cut the lock. She cut the lock off the maintenance panel, and then has to do something with here, but can't do it right now. Yeah. Yes, we did. Yep. Um. So this body here, okay, is what's left, or yeah, is the dead body now of. Was it Atlas Moon? Maybe. No. Not her. Yeah, I think it's Atlas Moon. No, it's this one. Yeah, Lake Cubelius. Basically, effectively, um, no, it wasn't Lake. It must have been Atlas. I think it's this PDA. You can see what she looks like, if it's the right one. Yeah, this lady. Yeah, it's Atlas. So basically, effectively, she was going through some stuff, but she was responsible for a lot of uh, taking people and experimenting on them. So she was not a good person. And she eventually um, had a change of heart, decided that she sees a dearth in humanity, and she felt kind of trapped, like she wasn't sure. Well, I'm just a worker for Kane. I don't know if I really can do much. Yeah, it's a cool name. And she was feeling guilty about what was going on, but she's like, well, what can I do? I'm just a worker. She finally decided. She said, I made up my mind. Whatever response I get from Choka, which I think is like the corporate office or whatever, I'm setting these people free. So the people that were getting experimented on, she finally was like, I'm going to set them free. And she took one of them with her, Diana. I don't remember what she says about Diana, but Diana basically, she was like, Diana was one of the ones that was in stasis, that she was like, it's not moral what we're doing to these people. So she got Diana. She was going to set Diana free. So she put Diana into this EV pod with herself and was going to eject, but so she gets into the pod, and she's like, Diana and I will start a life together when we finally get, wherever the EV pod takes us. And then this is the last thing. While she's in the EV pod, trapped, help, the EV jammed and something is wrong with Diana. She has something growing inside of her. Oh, Kane. So, what ended up happening is something was growing in Diana, like she said. We finally got this open, and out of here, I think actually out of Atlas, an insectoid something or other rushed by us and went out like this way or whatever. It had been sucking or eating or whatever Atlas's body for some time to try to survive in the EV pod. And so when we let it out, now it's gone wherever it's gone. But so it was eating Atlas. Yeah. So we don't know if that insect was a part of the experiments they were doing. It just happened to be that that particular body got infected with something. We don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the experiments. We just don't have confirmation of that. Anyway, and then so Charlie is down here below, and she, like I said, basically she cut, there was a lock up here, a padlock, cut that off, and then this cage fell away, and we have this. When doing that, that activated the ejection or the this flood open area. So basically it made this open, and then it opened this down here. And so now he can go down there. I'm assuming that doesn't go into water. Otherwise, he needs a suit. So I suppose we'll find out. I don't think we're doing anything more with this pod. We're not going inside it. Yeah, we're not going past Atlas's body. I'm pretty sure the insect went this way, because this was close until we just came back to Mac's screen here. So I'm pretty sure the insect went this way. So we go down. Hopefully we don't run into it. I guess we'll find out. If you remember in the first Stasis game, we would go somewhere going, okay, that thing that was chasing us is way over there, And suddenly that thing now shows up where we are. We're like, what the frick? Is it like alien going through the vents? So, yeah. That's fun, obviously. Very brief, but a mini cutscene. Not bad, not bad. I am pretty sure we're not going back up above, so I hope we didn't miss anything, but I don't think we did. Door access, body. Body lies face down, half submerged in water, blighted by crimson ichor, expelled by the twin cadavers. Both victims bear 2 bullet wounds, evidence of efficient slaughter. So someone came and gunned them down. I wonder if that means they were infected with something, or if they were in the way and somebody was like, "Your witnesses, we need to clean up loose ends," kind of a thing. Not sure. Machinery sits lifeless. Burn marks announce a handful of bullet punctures. Ocean floor sediment has accompanied the escape pod overflow seawater, begriming it. Clutches of ocean floor plant life quiver and sway outside the viewing portal, as if beckoning spectators to join them within the freezing void, or mocking their current misery and entrapment. I'm trying to remember, did they... I think they said something about the infection. It infected sea life, like sharks and stuff, like we saw earlier, but I think it might have infected plants, too. I don't remember for sure, but I think so. An infinite deep, inky blackness swirls beyond the glass portal, all reality seeming to end beyond the sand and seaweed situated closest to the portal rim. In only minor ways, but in some ways this gives me vague Soma vibes. In minor ways. You don't obviously have the black ichor and the mutated what's left of survivors, right? It's not in that way, but some of like the seawater stuff and everything, it reminds me of that a bit. Okay, let's see what else. That panels continue to hum quietly, undeterred by and uncaring for the state of the facility they power and operate. Sharp cold water perpetually gnaws and bites at the Hydra's surface. Okay, so I think other than interfacing, let's go over here first, in case this opens and we go on and there's a cutscene we have to move or something. Unlikely, but still possible.
Kane.
Oh.
More bodies.
Yeah. But these were executed. They were shot in the back of the head.
Gunshots. I heard gunshots. Many gunshots. Days ago. Weeks ago. Eons ago. My head.
Yeah, that, in case you are not remembering or did not catch it, Faux Fox, so that guy that was just talking, so before that EV pod, the escape pod up above, opened and the body fell out, the insect ran, right? Before that happened, we had heard a voice behind there, so we thought somebody was still alive in there. But Atlas had already died. So what we ended up finding out is that this guy, we don't know who he is, but this guy, person, whatever, this person was trying to call out for help, if anybody could hear them, through the communications device that Atlas had on her. So she was trapped in there with her little comm device, and this guy was communicating over that, calling out for help. So he sometimes, now that that EV pod opened and we have regular kind of communication, we searched Atlas's body, and was it this? I don't know. Anyway, or maybe it's just the frequency of the signal, but we basically have now this guy talking over our comms every once in a while. So it's like he's part of the conversation, even though he's not part of our team. We just have these three for our team, of course. So, okay, well, let's go closer. As exciting as that is, let's see. Why did his mouth just randomly open? What, is there an insect in there? Oh my gosh, are we gonna freaking
What is my life right now?
You should sterilize your hands, Mac.
I really should.
He pulls the teeth out. He's like, "What is my life?" He's like, seriously, what is happening? Why all this? Gold capped teeth brings back memories I'd hoped were behind me, not stuff I'm proud of, or something I'm eager to discuss. So I don't know what they are to him, but that's interesting. I guess he's probably grabbed them because they're gold, and so he can potentially, these guys, before all this other stuff started happening, these guys are a salvage crew, right? So he's probably thinking, well, maybe we could sell them for the gold or something. Okay, and this got a key card. I think that's everything here, right? Let's back out away from him. Not going to do anything with those. I don't think we do anything with any of these others. I've already tried them, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So it's over here. I was going to say this is... break glass in case of emergency. I don't know. Would I use the torch to break that? This? This is cutting, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you break that open, really. Anyway, and then there's the key card over here, I think goes here. Insufficient security level for door access. P. Hendry, 49, male, 185 centimeters, scrubber maintenance. Only had 1.27 million in debt, so no big deal. Nobody else had any things I can use to break this. Can I shoot my hand? Oh.
Attention.
Just as his
The Kane Medical Division is not responsible for injuries or cardiac events resulting from the premature removal of this device.
Oh, that's shocking. What? Nothing? Come on.
Because it's a defibrillator. Shocking. Da-duts. Also, though, that's surprising. Kane is not going to take responsibility for, anything that happens to anybody they've employed. Yeah, these are nice people, obviously. How am I going to upgrade the access to this to be able to get out, I wonder? I don't know. Is there... First of all, let's see if there are any hidden VHS tapes or whatever. Although they would not be playable if they were soaking in this water, I'm sure, but... Panels? Not seeing anything. I don't know. Okay, probably gonna have to get somebody else to open things up. Let me think. Oh, or maybe door access. Maybe I use the defibrillator on this and force it open. No, okay. Just in case, wasn't sure. Let me think. Big brain with Moses. Defibrillator on that? I mean, not unless we want to damage the brain, I wouldn't think. I could give the key card to Moses, probably. Probably not Charlie, but maybe Moses. Moses might be able to. Hey, Fun Act, welcome. That console. Level 7 required. Alright. Went back this way, right? Was there a body over here? I don't even remember. Dead brain. Maintenance terminal. Uh, 7154. I think that was it, right? Whoops, I didn't mean to hit escape. I bumped it with my hand. Okay. Can't. Oh, maybe I do this. There we go. Maybe. Maybe not. How do I... Okay, are there other... Let's see. Security, personal security, mule op surveillance. I don't see a place to insert this, though, to... Lake Cubelius connected. VAT sect database. How do I... Is there something by this? No. How do I apply the security upgrade to this? Elevate access by employee ID. Got the employee ID. Now how do I... Clicking on this, it doesn't do anything. Maybe I don't do it this way? I don't know. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Oh, we got a full house today. Monmouth, Fofox, Fun Act, and Silhouette. I don't know. I don't know how I would do that here. It does specifically say elevate access. Oh. You know what? I can fit the whole thing in my mouth. Thanks, Moses. What was this dude's name? We go back here. If I look at the... On here... 8001. Okay. So 8001. Let me grab this. Privilege escalated to 9. There we go. Now let's give it... Okay, so I didn't need the card. Okay, so now Mac can probably access it because he has level 9. The other guy had level 1. And so wasn't allowed.
Got it. Doors open.
For as much as we want the door open, insect chases us down or something. Okay. I've also not yet tried combining any of these. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think Mac's going to crush any of these things. Let me try moving these to Charlie, see if Charlie can do some kind of combining of stuff. Actually, let me grab the teeth back. I don't... Wait, did I... No, I already did something with the teeth with Mac, I'm pretty sure. It was the defibrillator that I hadn't tried, and I'm not going to. Yeah. Did not expect that to work. Some of these other things, though. Let's see. In fact, I don't know if we're going to combine that with anything. Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know if any of these really make sense to... It looks like surgery equipment specifically for intrabody magnification and microsurgery. Maybe on these teeth to separate them from the gold. And I already did these two, right? I'm pretty sure. Do it one more time just to be sure, absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think we can do any combining with these right now. Well, let's see where Mac can go.
I'm inside. I don't know, it looks like a tunnel. An umbilical even, there's
What?
suitcases, bags, people were leaving.
They look ransacked.
Told to gather there. To be ready to leave.
These people didn't go anywhere.
Neither did I.
I mean, I don't know yet if jury's still out for me on that. I don't know if I should be hoping that he was allowed to leave or not. He might be, like, because there have been weird experiments and stuff going on, just a hypothetical, there might be a weird thing where the voice we're hearing is what's left of his humanity, but he's actually a monster that could kill us later. That's a possibility, of course, since it's all unknown. Let's see. Small number of cases lie disemboweled, the entrails of clothing strewn across the floor. Several pairs of shoes lie scattered and discarded, forced apart from their owners. I'm wondering if this is a case of looting. Something happened and a looter came by or something. I don't know. Sure, but they're like shoes, sets of clothing and stuff lying. There's looks like blood. So I don't imagine it was just happened to leave their stuff behind. Something happened. Passageway contorts away from the mule facility, winding and plunging out into the Stygian darkness. Yeah. If we go that way. I don't even know if we can, but... And then... Curtain of plastic sheeting backlines clumps of discarded clothing, invoking an atmosphere of medical examination and inspection. Okay, so that's the exit. This over here is going to be the way back in the other room again. So I guess we're going to do this. Let's take a look here. Yeah. I mean, families or maybe not families on board could be either he or she or one of these two if they're the same. Anyway, had all the debt and these are just reminders of their time back at home. There's nothing to interact with as far as I could tell on these types of things. When it says take a look, I really think it's just a zoom in so you get more detail. That was the only, this is back through, and then this is... Oh, this is in this tunnel here, I think. Okay, well, let's go around, I guess. More blood. How fantastic. I'm super comfortable with this scene right now. Dried blood. Spatters of dried blood are broken by panicked hand smears, desperately clawing at the ground. Jeez.
More bodies. Executed. Like the others.
Made examples. Made witnesses. My head. My head.
See, when he keeps saying that stuff, I don't know if that's he's having some kind of, you know, radiation, or there's a creature with some kind of telepathy or something that's like getting into his head, or if he's actually mutating, or if he's just got some kind of serious head trauma. I mean, it's really impossible to know at this point, right? So, locked door is signaled by the lethargic red spinning hologram. You're not sure if it makes you feel better to know it's to keep you inside or keep something else out. Several corpses lie shredded against an impromptu shooting line. An execution so unrestrained and indulgent that their remains appear partly dissolved. Chunks of minced gore lie strewn in a lake of dried blood. The splatter adorning the bullet-pervaded wall bear a macabre piece of abstract expressionism. If you're going to call it abstract expressionism, I guess, weirdo. A lone case sits against the wall, damage to the casing hinting that it was abdicated with force. Somebody forced them to leave it behind. Exterior lighting has afflicted the passage of glazed glass with a jaundiced glow, appearing akin to a writhing intestinal tract. Lovely. Fans. These heavy-duty fans suggest this space was used as a decontamination chamber before turning it into an abattoir. Yeah. Passageway, already read that. Oh, there's an interaction here. Oh, I see, just continuing further along the passage. Let's see, door was sealed, and then there were the bodies, but nothing to interact with in that room, right? There was no blue. Make sure I'm not missing something. No, all the stuff's back here. And there's a take a look, and then go to the other chamber, and then finally the door that we upgraded security access for. Yeah, so we're done, I think, with all that stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's just the exit. So I don't need to get a description. The winding passageway meanders past the open seabed and veers over an inclining landscape of jutting rock. The seabed beyond is engulfed in a thick seaweed forest, ebbing and flowing within the turbulent currents. As the reeds disappear into the darkness, they bring to mind stories of accursed woods that lull the unwary toward their demise.
Hey, crazy voice. Where does this go?
It connects the mule to the dig site.
Dig site?
What we were here for. The mistakes we made.
What mistakes? What happened here? You were part of it. What was this place?
Choices. Consequences. My head.
Bro, that guy has serious problems. If he's that often complaining about his head, there's something seriously wrong with his head. His gangway worms along an ocean wall towards an immense domed structure ahead, jutting out of the geography akin to a colossal boil. If this game is anything like the previous two, we had two different deaths, one from Mac and one from Moses. If this game's anything like the previous two, there's still like another 6 or 7 or something deaths that the characters can experience. Lights. Exterior beacons are bolted onto the ocean floor, revealing a sheer cliff wall emerging from the darkness. That's going to probably exit. I don't think there'll be any, but let me see if there's a hidden VHS tape. Oh! No. Yeah. That's just... Yeah, that's the edge of that. For some reason I was thinking that we were going to go down and not just across. But no, that's incorrect. Okay. This is probably the dome.
Charlie, look at this.
Christ. It's huge.
It is pretty.
Not the word I'd use.
At the bottom of the ocean.
You are in the blister. You are where it all begins.
This guy's really starting to affect my tranquility.
Ha! The dead bodies.
You are in the blister, a restricted area.
The dead bodies were not affecting your tranquility, huh? Alright, bro. If you say so. Seafloor. A bric-a-brac seafloor terminates at the dome's edge. The chaotic stonework within, carved and excavated to exercise the difficult terrain. Or what, to exercise? Excise the difficult terrain. Yeah, I was like, what? The interior has been carved up into concentric circles, keeping damp and loose earth at bay, while providing flat walkways for easy movement and transport. A series of valves and pipes pump and regulate ocean water. Drawn out metallic wails quietly emanate from the protesting metal. And those are way over there, so I guess we're going over this way first. Remote terminal?
Remote access terminal. What's that?
Military hardware. Allows critical systems to be controlled remotely.
You can control anything on the base with it?
As long as it has the right transmission equipment, yes.
Nope. Not that. Not that. I don't think any of these will, but let's try them all in order. Nope. Okay, what if I just click it? Nope, I cannot do anything with that either. Okay, so I'm going to need to get a hold of something to put in here, I guess. She had limited access before, right? What if I give her the card that now has upgraded access? Eject hydro transformer. Turn off mule lights. What? Why would I want to do that? I don't know what the hydro transformer does. Like what that affects. What is that tied to directly? Like all power down here? Is that going to trap me if I do that? I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll save it and see if she dies doing that. There's got to be some use for it, but I don't know. I don't understand what it's turning. Like a transformer, right, is used for distributing power in like the amount of voltage and format, if you want to use that term loosely, that equipment is meant to receive it, right? So if I use a transformer here, I convert one energy to electricity, for example, or whatever. So if I turn that off, there's going to be no power here, right? Okay, and then this. I've worked with these before. They utilize an ocean's current to generate current. Yeah, you're converting, what do you call it? Basically kinetic energy, but it's not kinetic. It's not potential, but it's motive energy to something else, right? It's like a hydroelectric plant. Use a transformer to get the energy of motion from the water converted to electricity, right? That's what this is. However, the voltage is rather low. Maybe we can pump it up with a suitable addition. Like this. Maybe?
Defibrillator needs an extra jolt of power. The hydro generator ought to do it.
A little surprised it didn't explode when we Frankenstein the power couplings together. This is going to deliver one hell of a shock. To Brainy Brain, maybe? Maybe we give this to him and he does it with the brain. Let's see. To the one that's still going. The other brain's dead. And it's been long enough. I doubt we're going to be able to do anything to get it back together. No. Not this way, at least. Can I do it like this? No. Maybe not. This never had an like a, I don't know what you want to call it, hotspot to interact with. So
this one is wrong. A tumor, like ourselves.
He's right. It is a tumor. It's stopping the node from functioning.
So, the bear's gonna have to remove it.
resuscitate and enable data port. Remove foreign material from vat to cortex. What is... I get it must be this, right? This. Oh. No, like pliers. I guess I can use this maybe. This? No. Okay, what is it expecting me to use to pull that out? Not this, right? That just provides power. Key card. I don't have any fuel, so I can't use the acetylene torch. I guess nothing currently? Because I don't think... Okay, what is... Where's Mac? Where did Mac leave off? This terminal. Oh. Maybe I can... Is this in there? Also no. Okay, so not yet. Just that. Okay, let's let Mac wander a little bit and see what else we have. Walkways, interior's been carved up into... Oh, we already read that. Concentric circles, yeah. What on earth? They unearthed like giant... super early sculptures or something. This far below the sea. Okay. Colossal humanoid sculpture broods beneath the steel scaffolding to contemplate its current imprisonment. Marble Titan's proportions are unsettling. A leering wrongness captured in stone.
Greetings, child of Cain. Have we met before?
No? Turn current to current doesn't sound how to best explain what that does. Like being turned gold into gold. Whether you're lacking vocabulary. No, I think you have good vocabulary, Silhouette. Yeah, it's not the best example. It's current being used two different ways, right? It'd be like saying... what would be a good example? Like this object is... this isn't the best example because it's not as well known of a word to people who have English as a second language, but maybe you know what it means. So there's the word cleave, C-L-E-A-V-E, cleave. It has two meanings, which are approximately opposite. One of them means to cling to or to hold on to something, and the other means to split into two. So it's actually dividing something. So you could say the axe cleaved the barnacle that cleaved to the side of the ship or something. Anyway, it's one of those things where like the meanings, it has two meanings, and it's not the best way putting them together because people can't always tell what you're saying. But yeah, talk about ocean current. So current in that sense is, you know, the motion of the water moving, and then current is also electricity, is, you know, has a current as it travels along. So anyway, really saying electricity has a current is like a metaphor. You're saying the direction in which electricity kind of moves back and forth to travel from point A to point B is similar to how a wave moves in the water. And so the current the metaphor for the electricity comes from the water. But yeah, you're right. It's not a very good way to explain it. I'll stop geeking out with English. So I can't even do anything with this. The guy appeared, but I can't even access this. I don't know what the deal with that is. Mounds. Piles of wet mud coalesce in deposited mounds. Attempts to gather and remove it hindered by a perpetual history of passing traffic. Wonder why, though. Like, why do you really need to clean this up? As long as people can walk. I mean, you got mud all over the place anyway. I don't know. Okay, what was the other Oh, here. Disc. The imposing circular disc pried from the nearby entrance has been deposited to the side. Its purpose overcome, akin to a safe door left ajar during a robbery. Yeah. There's a 3D printer. Sealed doorway. I guess we're not doing anything with this computer here. Then over here, jade. Hewn wall of jade. So a cut wall of jade. Intricately carved and detailed. Stands in morose opposition to the sheer impossibility of such a structure being able to exist, let alone be constructed within this abyssal nadir of the ocean. Yeah, jade usually comes from mountains, right? And it's I don't remember what it is, what substance it is, mineral it is that gets crushed. But it's kind of like, it's similar to a diamond, where a diamond is carbon that gets crushed and eventually the pressure turns it into the diamond. So a jade is kind of a similar thing. I think it might be sediment instead, but it gets, the weight crushes it over time and forms into jade. But there wouldn't be, I mean, the ocean would have the weight, but all that mineral and stuff settling to the bottom here in a layered fashion and then crushed into jade seems unlikely. I don't know why that would happen. You'd think with the ocean moving so much that the stuff would scatter and never really get grouped into an area where it would form something like jade. That's weird. Very strange. Okay, probably the 3D printer. We're probably going to have to print something to then access something at the computer up above over here, up and to the left, back up on the walkway. And then after we do that, maybe we can open this or something. Okay, let's see what this is. 3D printer carried open a mobile buggy. The dried, muddy tire tracks indicating travel to and from the sealed entrance. That sound was sudden. It startled me a little bit. So putting something in there. I don't know what I put in there. Gold? Maybe. The gold teeth? Schema 10.8 not available. We'll rotate these. So it's a puzzle. I have to put these in a particular. That was easy enough, maybe. I don't know what we're printing.
Incorrect raw material for chosen schematic. No correct material.
Thermoplastic and copper. I don't know where we're going to get copper. Wouldn't think these would have copper in them. I mean, the wires maybe, but then it's basically useless if you do that. And then thermoplastic. I have no idea how. Take the cover off of this or something? I don't even know. took me some time. We got what they were on about. It was actually a similar word in Finnish. Virta can be used the same manner that it was with current. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's something like in modern society in English speaking countries or probably any country really. In modern society, obviously you'll have something that is a common word. You don't even think about why it's used, but there is a very clear reason that it's called whatever it is. Current would be an example of that when you use current for electricity. And there are others. But the point is, you don't think about it really, but if you do, you'll start to realize that a lot of words we use have their meaning go back forever ago to actually a very specific reason that we have the word we have. Not just because it was said a certain way, but there was a specific meaning to it before that then got specialized in how it got applied or whatever. And so eventually we now say it this way without even thinking about it twice. I don't know where I'm going to get the thermoplastic. Thermo implies plastic that probably is resistant to a lot of heat, or that could conduct heat away, or not conduct heat away, insulate against excessive heat. You're doing a control board according to this, right? For the schematics, that makes sense. You wouldn't want a control board to overheat, right, as the electricity passes through. So thermoplastic is probably plastic that can withstand heat and also maybe insulate to prevent things from overheating in general. I still don't know where I'm going to get that. It's not going to crush that. It's not going to crush that. Yeah, I don't know. Plus, we only have the gold, so we would still, even if we found the thermoplastic, we'd still need copper as well. The only thing, Charlie has the key card. That's the only other item we have. So I'm going to have to do some searching. Okay, Charlie, what you got? Maintenance overdue. Yeah. Can't do anything. Okay. I probably should not have turned the lights off. I don't know. Maybe it won't matter. I don't remember what else. The panel. I don't remember what these other blue things are. Hang on. Let me see. One of them is probably the... take a look. What is this? Oh, exit. Back to... Is that going to take us back up? I don't think so, right? I don't think we can get back up right now. I might be wrong, though. It's definitely possible. Maintenance, take a look. What is this up here? Another. So 2 take a look. So those are just examination and stuff more closely. Okay, what's in this other area? Just make sure I know. She did a lot of running to get out a way out here. Beacon, large overhead floodlight shines a glaring... A large overhead floodlight shines a glaring light upon the canyon. Okay. Making a snowstorm of passing particulates caught within the radiance. Another take a look. I've not been in this area. I thought I had. Oh. So this is saying of the map that they've plotted out on the ocean floor, and in relation to the facilities in general, this is where we are, I think. Okay. Lights, series of point lights have been put into place to provide a breadcrumb trail of beacons, but gathering sand and rock has buried most and snuffed out their light. Doesn't matter anyway. We turned off all the non-essential lights, so I basically shot myself in the foot earlier, I think. That's awesome. Seaweed, dense forest of seaweed ebbing and flowing into fickle currents. Thick mane of agrestal fur. I don't know that I know what agrestal means. Hang on. I don't think I do. Wild. Yeah, because agra in Latin is field. Interesting. Okay, so that which grows in the field effectively, but it's specifically meaning wild. Alright, fine. Anyway, so a dense forest of seaweed ebbing and flowing to fickle currents, a thick mane of agrestal fur. Weedy strands. What is that floating near me? Is that going to attack me? No, it's just like some kind of background. Okay. I saw this little fish right here and I was like, what the crap? Weedy strands caress and wrap around the diving suit. Long leaves stick to and slide over the visor, while soft clumps worsen an already treacherous terrain. This is what we saw before, right? Yeah. Those that got hidden. Okay.
So much life down here. At this depth.
Jellyfish. Hope's second favorite.
She loved how they bounced.
My Charlie. My hope.
My Charlie, my hope. Muck. Buildup of sand, grit, and detritus had submerged the tiled path under a layer of rocks and mud. Violent currents rush over the cliff, dragging plumes of dark sand and debris in their wake, obscuring vision and sabotaging a sense of direction. Or debris, if you're of an accent that says it that way. Pathway, the yellow hex pathway reemerges from the flood of sand, dragging itself out from under the growing buildup of ocean matter. So we'll continue this way potentially. Infrastructure. Little external infrastructure has survived the unyielding onslaught of the ocean deep, leaving you to wander a seafloor wasteland. The vastness of the surrounding black ocean imposes a sense of insignificance and utter isolation, a solitary pinprick within a boundless shadow. Why don't you describe it in more bleak terms while you're at it? Okay, take a look here. Cane, shark, warning symbol, so potentially sharks in the area, I guess. That'd be great if I get eaten by a shark now. With that said, just in case. Alright, let's save over the top of that. Alright. Yep. I think, right? We're not missing. I looked at that. Looked at these things. Oh, cliff edge. Violent currents rush over the cliff, dragging plumes of dark sand. And oh no, I read that. I just was forgetting about the cliffs part of it. Yeah. Okay. Solitary Mule module watches over this area, the far outskirts of the Mule facility, likely an operational center for the nearby deep sea rover. Seafloor. Small crustaceans scuttle among the rocks, feeding off the ocean muck deposited by currents surging up from the chasm below. Canyon edge. Lip of the canyon, lit by nearby floodlights, contrasts so entirely with the dark beyond that feels an edge to reality itself. Anything and everything past that boundary, an alien otherness. Vents. A pair of natural vents belch clouds of dust over the nearby ocean bed, surrounded by clutches of mussels and tube worms and hordes of translucent shrimp. Yeah, that's the cool thing. You get down, well, some are anyway, I think, but you get down low enough in the ocean, not just shrimp, but a lot of the sea life becomes translucent, like light will pass right through it, because there's no reason to keep the light out, because there's no light down here, right? I think there's probably some other natural reason for that to develop that way also, but for sure there's no need for the others. Heavy-duty seed cables weave between the crane and a pair of underwater generators. Not the others. No need for the flesh to be a certain way. Let's take a look over here first. Yeah, we were over here. We're now here at the edge, like they said. I think Mac and maybe Moses are up here. I'm not 100% on that, but I think so. Okay. Cables. Crane. Subsea crane is capable of mounting equipment or long-term warehousing operations. Obviously, the latter has resulted in this rover dangling precariously over a deep chasm. Yeah, that goes tumbling down. Or if Charlie ends up trapped or something at some point. Not super thrilled about that idea. Jellyfish.
Mac! Mac, are you there? Look!
You found the rover. Good girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Fido. It looks intact, too.
How are you going to get to it, though?
Good question. Stand by.
Ocean depths beyond house radiating darkness so complete, so primally, I cannot read. Let me try this again. The ocean depths beyond house radiating darkness so complete, so primally terminal, that it projects an unfathomable malign intelligence that renders even the tiniest mote, so that's like a little speck of light, wholly unwelcome and utterly rejected. So in other words, absolutely no light whatsoever can get down there, and it's like the ocean darkness is like beastly dark and oppressive, almost, is kind of the idea. So underwater vehicle could transport a crew to the surface, but unfortunately the only way to reach this rover, dangling over an unfathomable nothingness, is by performing a precise jump. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is where one of the deaths can happen. Trying to do this and failing. I'm guessing. I'm positive that's not the way to do it. Let me save. That might actually be one of the deaths you can get. I kind of think it's cool that they have the different types of deaths. Let me see if this just ends in death. Just do this. She'll run off the cliff and die.
You can't jump that. Or swim it.
I know, but I might be able to get it closer.
Well, Crane should have operational terminals nearby.
No jump trajectory is possible. Unlock local terminal. Crane control board. This is why we need to have Mac make a control board for the crane. So we need thermo. Trying to think. There's nothing I've seen that provides copper, right? I don't think there's. So I guess that is possibly a death still if you try later and can't. But for now, it's not possible. They're not going to give you the opportunity. All right, let me look at this.
Damn it. Terminal's locked. I can't access it.
Yeah. Like I said, we need that control board. I don't know. Do that just so I can even click on that. No. There we go. That was just take a look. These are 5 billion miles away. But I don't think there's anything to access here for her. Like, that she could pick up. I already got the... I don't know. Okay, let's see what you have, Moses. We've not really progressed you all that far recently. I wonder... But I still don't have something to remove that green thing out of the brain. How am I going to do that? I don't know. I can't interact with that. Okay, let me see what the sealed doorway says. I know, I'm positive because it's sealed. I'm positive I won't get through, but maybe it'll give me some clue. Embossed lines, snake patterns along the stone walls, at times converging to form arcane glyphs depicting unknown imagery and language. So this is not a cane door. This is a door from probably the same civilization that made the statue that was here. I wonder if they're going to say that stuff that is down here is like remnants of what once was Atlantis or something. That whole legend, right? Anyway, embossed. Okay, I forgot where I left off. I'll start over. Embossed line snake patterns along the stone walls, at times converging to form arcane glyphs depicting unknown imagery and language. The recognizable man-made mechanisms sealing the entrance feel paradoxically alien and intrusive against the vast, impossible structure. Okay, if I go up to it...
It's sealed. Looks military grade.
Is it possible the rest of the crew is on the other side? Forced in and sealed in?
Kane wouldn't do that.
Is that really what you think?
They wouldn't. Not to their own people.
Is that really what you think?
She's like, we're talking about Kane here. Just to clarify, this is Kane. This isn't some other corporation that, you know, actually has some feelings about people. This is Kane. You know, people become indentured servants for literally decades trying to pay off millions of credits of debt, but they wouldn't lock their people in here. You sure about that? Positive. Okay, just checking. Just want to make sure you're confident in your response. Okay. I don't see a way. There's no ping over here to see interactive points, so I don't know that there's really anything I want to be able to do on this. Kind of like with the brain, where Moses is. There's not really anything to interact, so I don't know. Well, there is now. The brain does now have something Moses can interact with, but this is nothing. So I think in cases like this where you cannot interact, it pretty much means you have to do something else and then interact. Something will become interactable. Kind of like that brain with Moses. I had to go to the terminal, the computer terminal or whatever first, and then we could get that like one spot examined more closely. Let's see. We don't have some random VHS tape or something in here, right? I mean, while I'm here, trying to figure out.
Of Cain, let us unite and raise our voices to praise Cain, for he is worthy of all honor and glory.
Yeah, no thanks. Tell you what, you do that while I go over here. Yeah, this is the remote crane system. So he has to do it. And that means the control board is what's going to insert here. Again, no idea how I get the thermoplastic or the copper. Keep looking for a bit, I guess. At some point we'll find something, presumably. Go all the way back over here. Yeah, that's that. That's right. There's nothing else in here, though, except for those. We already got the stuff off of him. This, but I already did this. If I go back here, is this going to do anything? Have anything new? Or alternate or anything I can do? Yeah. No, there's nothing. What do you have, Moses? We got the brain. I cannot pull that green thing out of it yet. That's where we upgrade access. What was that? Zzz, over here to the right. What was that? Vado 2 at suboptimal performance level. Vado 1 not connected. Mule connection to DS15 not available. Oh, is this they're trying to... Do I hook this up to the side? It sounds like they're using a defibrillator. I just don't know. I can't do it here. There's nothing to interact with here. This way. Growth. Go Clever Bear, save our heroes from Brotherhood of Nod. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of screwed in a lot of ways, right? How? No. I mean that we need to get that out, but because we were hearing noises like somebody using a defibrillator, making me think we maybe use it on something anyway, but I can't see what. This is Cubulus, yeah. Other than these, yeah, no. There's an immense gangrenous necrotic mass, and rivers of hairy mold push out from between its fetid wrinkles, or fetid wrinkles, depending on how you say the word. The mottled complexion appears on the verge of self-collapse. At the same time, a blanket of mycelium is sprung from the acrid fluids pooling around the base. Yeah. I mean, this is dead. This is long time ago died. So, I don't know. There's got to be something I'm missing with Mac. Go back to this guy's corpse again. But I'm assuming we're still done, right? There's nothing else. Yeah, there's nothing new. Copper. I can't pull anything out of this, like rip it with my hand or something. Does not look like it. What am I missing? There's something I'm missing. Yeah. It just goes this way. There's no... Nope. I don't know. Can't go any further that way either. Well, I don't know. Just follow all the jellyfish through. Docking port. Nothing else here except for that. Cannot go up this way any farther. She just stops running. And it goes back out. Trying to think where I'm gonna possibly go. Let me just grab all this stuff and we'll have him try crushing each of them in turn. Didn't think so, but wanted to try it anyway. I don't think he's gonna get anything from any of these, but yeah, none of those. And then I've already tried all the combining I can with Charlie, I think, but let me do it again just to make sure. Okay, so we got Blade plus the endoscope, no. Plus the torch, no. Plus the key card, no. Plus the generator, no. Okay. I'll just put that over at Mac. Well, what does it matter? Okay. Endoscope. Obviously, we already tried with the blade. Combining it with a torch. No. With the key card. No. With the generator. No. Okay. Torch plus key card. And torch plus generator. I've already done the other combinations, of course, because we did the endoscope with everything that was left, which would include the torch. We did this with the torch as well with the first set. So, last thing are these two, which I'm assuming is no. Yeah. So we're not combining or breaking down anything. So it really is find something. Just in case there was maybe wire lying on the side or something. Nothing shows up though, so. Excuse me. See, you might do the cables, but the cables are just examination. I can't actually do anything with them. Bulwark. An impossible bulwark teases itself from the foggy boundaries of blackness, just beyond, towering from the chasm below. I think we already read that. But, I already tried all of this stuff we have on that brain too, right? To potentially pull something out. Like 99% sure we have. So Mac is just going to go back and forth along that tube back to that first room. Moses is just going to go from one brain to the other, basically. And Charlie's just going to go from the rover here back over to the docking spot in the other area. Not seeing anything new. already tried to break that stuff down, so it's not like I pull the cover off or something. How am I... Oops, not what I meant. Okay, so if I go back over here... Yeah. Shut up.
Let us unite and raise...
Shut up. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. What is this one?
Incorrect raw material for chosen schematic. Load correct material.
Nylon, composite, titanium, and copper. Sonic vibrator. Interesting. This is the control. No, manipulated part H. Copper, carbon, polypropylene. So we have multiple things we could potentially make. We have materials for exactly 0 of them currently. Awesome. $112 is a vortex clamp. Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna get the copper and the gold and the carbon and stuff. What the crap? Where am I gonna get that?
Kane's love for us is...
Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. If there's anything else there. But I can't do anything on here, right? That's the thing. Nothing interacts. We can't actually get into another screen with the Jade. Whoops, I had the wrong person. Meant to put all these to the bear. Oh. I thought I already tried that. I guess I did not.
You can do this.
I am a very small bear now.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
I'm a very smart bear now. Okay.
Select flashing for further examination.
Simulate nerve pair. Shunt corresponding nerve. Sever simulated nerve. Or stimulated. Stimulate a nerve pair. Shunt the corresponding. Okay. Intracranial foreign body latching scan. Oh, that's where we have that. Okay, hang on. So, what pattern is this? It's like 3 on the left, 2 down, and 1 over. That would be... none of these, but Clever Bear strikes again. Yeah. So the pattern that we had, okay. Here, I'm gonna share this with you so you can see where kind of the potential issue lies. Okay, so let me add. And it should be. Yeah. There. Okay, let me cut some of this off. So you can just see the image and not get the other junk that's unnecessary taking up space. Okay, so you guys can maybe work with me on this. So I'm looking at this, okay? So these things over here, let me get back in the game. So these things over here, stimulate, sever, shunt is what this bottom one says. The chat's a little bit in the way, but you can see right here it says shunt. These match the symbols on that sheet that's in the middle, right? But it says it has patterns, right? Like if you look at the top left on that image that I just put on there, right? It kind of is like it goes like down, like almost like a greater than less than sign, except it goes a little long on the end and then goes back again. So it's almost like a sideways, like a slanted straight S almost, right? I think that's the pattern of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we have on this brain scan thing here. I'm trying to find one that matches that, but I don't think there is one. Kind of 3 on the left that are like this, right? Like my fingers, kind of. And then you get 2 down here. And then 1 farther up. I don't see that pattern in these though. Sever is that. Shunt is that. But it's always. Okay, let me analyze 2. Let me see if these different one. Can I back out?
Select flashing for further examination.
Stimulate nerve pair. Shunt corresponding nerve. Sever stimulated nerve. I don't know. Am I supposed to be severing all? I mean, this is the whole brain, right? I don't need to do all those. Where? I need to identify where the problem is, I think, don't I? I feel like one of them is going to look like ugly, like look nasty or something, and that's going to be where the problem is.
Select flashing for further examination.
I don't know. There's not really a way to back out that I can see once I'm examining them close. So I don't know. I actually am starting to think those symbols are just indicating what the things do. It's not a pattern specifically I'm looking for. All right, let me turn that off. For now, I can bring it back up if you guys feel like we need it. You need it to, you want to look at it or whatever, but I don't. Foreign body latching scans. These foreign body is what we're looking for. I think I need to find the foreign body is what I need to find. Let me actually, I don't think I did this here. Let me save it. So if I kill the brain, I can just reload. Although I think it'll just have me try again. Like it'll just reload the game for me, I think. But let me, just in case.
Select latching for further examination.
Okay, 4. What does this one look like? This webbing feels like it's something that doesn't belong. Did the other ones have that webbing? I feel like they did not, right? Or did they? I don't think so. Let me look at 5.
Select latching for further examination.
5. There's more of it here.
Select
6. Maybe they all have the webbing. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, hang on. So what does this say specifically? Foreign DNA detected. Remove foreign material from the cortex. Yeah, see, this is the paper. These things. I think this is just indicating, right? This is like you're stimulating. This is your shunting, which I'm not really sure. You're just pushing it. I don't know what that means. And this is severing it. You're breaking it away from, cutting it off so it's away from other stuff. I'm just supposed to remove the foreign DNA, so I guess we're going in here and we're trying.
select latching for further examination.
Go to 1. So there's like webbing and stuff. I don't know.
Stimulating light.
Is there a foreign substance here? It doesn't look like there's anything here.
Stimulating light. Stimulating light.
I don't know.
Stimulating light.
Okay, so it's like it goes opposite. I was on 1 and it went here. So if I go to 6, you wait for this to calm down.
Stimulating light.
2. I don't see where the foreign substance is going to be. Are all of these can't all be foreign. Intracranial foreign body latching scan. 1 goes there. What if I go 5? What does this do? 4.
Shunting successful. Stimulating. Severing successful.
I see. So I stimulate one nerve. Whatever the one is that then starts reacting to that, I have to go over to it and use the shunt on it. Then I have to go back to that first one I stimulated and sever it. Okay. I thought I was looking for a growth specifically to do this stuff on, but I understand now, I think. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stimulate this.
Stimulating.
3. Go to 3. And I want to shunt.
Shunting successful.
Then go back to 1. And sever.
Severing successful.
Alright. So now I go to 6 or 2. Probably doesn't matter.
Stimulating. Shunting successful. Success. Foreign blood supply terminated.
Mose, you're amazing.
Thank you. I know. I mean, you said Mose. You said Mose. I know.
For a bear. Clean that processing unit. Pudding.
Now I should be able to connect to this bastard.
Clean that processing unit. Boot up complete. All pathways open for connection.
Here we go.
Okay. Performing a precise jump. I feel like that's not where we are. We're not at that point, are we? Jump already? Didn't we have to get something to draw it closer, like we had to get the board and stuff? Yeah. Unlock local terminal. Control board damaged.
It's unlocked. I can use the crane controls now. I think.
Okay. We shall see.
Oh, jeez. There's a scrubber inside this thing.
A what?
Biotech. Little device, works in swarms, usually for cleaning spacecraft. They altered it for deep sea work. It melted the motherboard. If I could remove it, maybe I could fix the electronics.
Guessing you can't just grab it.
It would short out my whole suit.
Defibrillator, maybe? Maybe.
Oh, that did it. Might come in handy also. Not for eating, Moses.
the bear. It's like, that looks tasty. No. Unconscious scrubber, one limp electro shrimp. Looks like Kane was using these to clean the station's exterior with a ventral mounted electrical scrubber. Okay, and then...
I think this is a dead end, guys. Even if we put in a new motherboard, the circuits are just too fried. I can't work the crane from here.
Work the problem. We'll figure it out. That boat's our way out of here.
Does it give us the plastic, probably? I'm guessing not the copper. Do we have any... Not getting copper from there, though. Maybe we can get copper from the scrubber. Or maybe the thermoplastic from the scrubber and the copper from here. I think you're not going to get both. You're going to get one or the other from each. Let me have him grab those. No, we're not going to kill the shrimp. Okay. What about the board? There we go. Crushed board. For subtlety, and this small act of violence was a good stress relief. Okay. Sure. I don't know what that's going to give us specifically. Shut up. Nobody cares about Kane. Nobody subscribes to your religion. You zealot. No, I wanted the printer, not up there. I wanted down here after all. Okay. This here. Oh, I have all of them. Thermoplastic, copper, and gold. Maybe. Let me see. Where was...
Incorrect raw material for chosen schematic.
Oh, Bobby
Incorrect
wrench.
material.
No, not a Bobby wrench. Was it 1-7 or something? No, it's a vortex clamp. It's a sonic vibrator. No. Okay. So it wasn't 1. Soil manipulator. One of these we'll get to the correct... I don't remember which one it was. Geogen meter? Geogen meter, probably is how you say it. Oops. 4. What was 4? Oh, that's a soil manipulator. Okay. 5, 6. No, it was more... Fiber crimper. Bolt cutters. Make a lot of stuff. Medical Vokmax. Okay, 7. Maybe it was 7 and something. I don't remember what one it was. Manipulator path H. Wherever see a problem, Clever Bear sees an emergency food. That's right. Tipped screwdriver now. Why is it I had it before and I forgot to write down what the schema was? I don't even know what schema it is. Okay. There's probably somewhere that tells me the schema. I just don't know offhand. Atmo Flux Driver. Atmo Flux Assister. 11:10. I was completely off. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's give this to you. Now you put this in here. Oh no. That's right. Need to have Mac do it. Up above, there's the remote. Shut up. I've already got my hand by T to hit skip as soon as that moron starts speaking. It's just over here? Yeah, okay.
Crane controls remote access granted.
Good job.
My Mac.
My Mac. Oh, my Mac is so wonderful. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. I don't know what access input I want. That's going to do it for today. That is not too bad progress. We had a slow period where I wasn't really progressing much, but we got it moving again. I do find it interesting that we basically went down here eventually, right? Where the dig site was, and they started excavating and stuff, whatever. But apparently with their with like the rover and stuff, they ended up bringing some of that contaminant stuff not just to the lab where they were working, but up to the ship. So all like the people at the ship and stuff got messed up, like some mutated matter and stuff. That is interesting. It's a little bit like you see in some different sci-fi movies, like in the original Alien. There was another one in the, I think it was the 2000s, like 20 something, like 200 something. I don't remember what year. There was where an infection had happened and it was spreading to some of the additional crew, and they, tried to seal themselves off, but it like they would find a way in, and they basically just had to pretty much just like almost like just touch the crew and stuff and infect them. But it's like, you delve into it's the recurring theme. You see it all very often in science fiction, right? You delve into or explore the area that nobody's explored, and you run into some danger, and it completely compromises your entire crew or something. So it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that these three, this salvage group, have nothing to do with the operation, are very possibly going to get infected by the stuff and hurt themselves as well. Anyway, okay, so thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Fun Act, Fofox, Monmouth, Siluel, anybody else that maybe showed up that I missed. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the support as always. Have a great week. Be good to each other. Be safe. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Till then, stay cool. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.